craft. Oh, what the fuck?
Brews?
Conversations. Craft conversations?
Yeah.
Brews and conversations?
Cue it.
Dudes with Brews on a Porch presents to you another edition of Strange Brews, Conspiracies, Murder, Ghost Stories, Aliens. They're all coming to get you, my dears.
Okay. That was it.
Yeah, that's it. I like it.
All right, we're in it. Rob is back sitting next to me.
What's up?
In the living room.
Yeah, we are in the room.
The room of living.
You're breaking the wall, man. We're on the porch.
On the porch, right. That's where we are. Anywhere we sit is a porch of some form.
Yeah.
Really. You're back from Upper Michigan.
I am.
You had a wild time.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Working a lot.
Working a lot, making some moolah.
I spent all the money I made while I was up there.
Well, then isn't that kind of counterproductive?
Yeah, probably, but it was still an experience.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still poor.
No, I have money.
Oh, well, that's good.
I had money when I went up there.
All right. Good. Excellent.
But the food was amazing.
Yeah.
I drank a lot, too much.
Good. Well, and you brought some beer back for us to try here. We're having the East Channel Brewing Company's Old Trues IPA. What is it, you ask? Couldn't tell you. No description. 7.7 on the ABV, 0 on the IBUs. It's from Munising,
yes.
Munising, Michigan. So yeah, and it does look like an old true IPA. If you ask me, it's got that kind of standard ember color, right?
Yep.
And it, yeah.
I think the name comes from an old guy that was called Old True.
Old True, huh?
And he must have made beer or something.
You think his name was Old Drew, but then like he was so old that like the letters kind of blended together. Old True, and then True. Gosh.
Yeah,
he just went with it.
Yeah, he couldn't hear it, so.
Yeah, so that's what. Okay, Old Trues. Let's try it. That's pretty bitter.
It's a little bitter.
It's got bitterness to it, but it said 0. I don't understand. How do they gauge it? Do they just take a sip and go, yeah, 0?
Yeah, it's all based on, like, Steve gave us the IBUs on this one, but, like, when they're, Dan would have said this is a 40, and me, I would have gone, that's 111.
Pretty good, though. Not too bad. Sudsy.
It is sudsy. It came from a growler. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Well, the less carbonation in growler, you usually have about, you have a week to drink it, but even, like, really you should drink it probably in, like, 3 or 4 days.
And I would have liked to have drank it before it was, we had to drive it back down, so it's sitting in the car. And
that's okay. It's good still. So I appreciate you bringing it. You're stepping it up, man. You're bringing the beer to the show.
Yeah, I will say I went and spent some cash on these beers. I was like, I need my gin and tonics back, man. Those are
gin
only
and tonics,
$3 a piece.
Yeah, but
I don't drink that hot top shelf stuff.
Does the gin and tonic really like replace though the atmosphere, the sophistication of a delicious beer?
In my opinion, there's nothing more sophisticated than a gin and tonic.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's Strange Brew Month or Halloween month. This is your first episode of it.
I believe so.
Yeah. So you've been gone for a little bit, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yep.
But
I'm glad to be back though.
So we did an episode on paranormal pregnancy, and ever since we did an episode on that, weird things have been happening in my house, Rob. Weird, strange things.
That's what you've always wanted, though.
Not in my house.
Oh, well,
but
you wanted an experience, though.
Yeah, so a lot of it kind of stems back to Phil barking at the darkness into the void at random times of the morning. Or one time it was like 2 a.m, and he barked. I don't know why. I mean, it could have been a lot of things. It could have been a reflection from a car. It could have been anything. But he did that. He's been barking into the kitchen, I think, mostly, and it freaks Carissa out. But the other day, we were watching. We got Peacock Plus, Peacock Premium, so we could watch the new Halloween movie.
Okay.
Without going to theaters. So instead of spending a lot of money, I only spent $5, which was awesome. The movie's pretty good. Not as good as the the one before it, but still pretty good. And there's gonna be I don't want to spoil it. While we're watching,
Kind of did you already? Like, if you really listen to what you said,
there's gonna be what?
Yeah.
What do you think? There's gonna be what?
That sounds to me like it's not the end of this franchise.
I think they are. I think they already announced that it's gonna be a trilogy.
Oh, okay.
So there's gonna be another one.
Gotcha.
But while we're watching it, we're sitting on the couch. The dogs are right by us, and over we have that little buffet table. There's a Google Home, which is like kind of like an Echo Dot or whatever the hell, the little circle things, the speakers
Okay.
that you can talk to or whatever. It fell in between the wall and the buffet table, which is like has like a 1-inch gap, but it was laying down flat, so it had to get put up and slide down the side because it was slid down on the side in the back of the wall.
Oh, damn.
So how would how the hell would that happen? How did it? Because it has to get pressure would have had to gotten put onto it to flip it up and slide it down the wall because it was on the thing flat. Nobody was by it. Nothing was by it.
Well,
And a lot of times the dog. Sorry to cut you off. Which is kind of par for the course, I guess. But the dogs a lot recently too have been like sniffing over there a lot. Have been going over there a lot, and there's nothing there. Like we've looked behind it when they're on it. They're like chasing something like back and forth, up and down by it, and there's nothing there. And then that happened a couple days later.
Have you opened the wall up?
The wall. This wall?
Yeah.
What do you mean open it up? Like
See what's back there, man.
how would I open it? Put a hole in it?
Yeah, it was a hole. A hole would open it, yes.
Why would I just
A hole.
You just want me to punch a hole in the wall?
I would say use maybe a
Then again,
jigsaw or some
I'm
sort.
gonna have to fix it then.
Yes, you would. But what if there's something in there?
Like what? A demon?
A bone, a card that has some
A
weird...
bone?
Yeah, sometimes it's a bone.
How would they know what a bone on the other side of a wall? And we don't there's no, like, you could argue, oh, there might be a mouse living in the wall, but we don't hear any crawling. You would hear it.
But a mouse doesn't attract a heavy piece of electronic equipment to the wall.
Neither does a bone.
It does if it carries paranormal energy.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, but it was really weird.
I'm just trying to think outside
yeah, I guess.
the box here, man. Trying to help you out.
I appreciate that, but
Did you talk to Todd about this?
yeah,
What did he say?
he said, "Why don't you invite me to your house ever?" Is what he said to me. And I said, "Yeah, you can. You
Was
can
he
come."
bummed that he never got to go to my apartment?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah,
I feel bad about
we could
that.
have really cracked the code on some stuff in there.
Yeah.
You think anyone lives there now?
Probably.
You got your whole security deposit back.
Yep.
That in itself is paranormal activity.
All right.
Okay, we're back. The dog
Yeah.
wanted to mount Rob.
The carpet likes old shoes. That's what we've just found out.
Yeah. So yeah, but I feel like we could have cracked the code on some things in your old apartment. And the joke was, it's really paranormal that you got your security deposit back.
Yep.
And now the punchline is ruined.
I don't know. It was funny to me.
I'm depressed now. What a sad,
Yep. Just lift those spirits. What do you? Let's talk about
Phil
some
the
mayhem.
porch pooch at it again. His
Yeah.
hijinks.
How many beers has he spilled in here? I wonder.
Dude, I don't even. Well, I mean, yeah, a lot. And
Always me though. He's always jumps on my arm right when I'm trying to drink.
maybe he thinks you have a problem,
I know.
and he's like, "No, stop it, Rob. You're hurting yourself."
I think that's true.
Yeah.
He senses something in me.
Sorry, my house doesn't have a better setup in which we can be alone.
Sorry, I don't have a house, apartment, car, or anything.
You're a squatter.
Yeah. I slept on the floor last night. The living room floor.
You can sleep on this couch if you'd like.
Nope.
It fits people now.
Nope.
You don't want to? Why?
Because I'm not intruding. I would sleep on your couch in their basement.
Mm-mm. You don't want to sleep in the basement?
Why not?
Because you want to sleep in that crawl space?
That crawl space is a little different.
Yeah, it's weird. It's real weird. Anyway, so you said while you were up in Michigan that you experienced
Some
things.
unexplainable lights in the sky.
Okay. Yep.
And it wasn't like a UFO thing where it was like super far away and it was just some light that was moving around or whatever. Am I too close now?
No, you were.
Am I too close?
Those are actually pretty good levels.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, pretty decent.
Sorry, you told me I was loud at the beginning.
I did?
Yeah, you said you're way louder than me. Maybe you were just saying I'm really soft.
Yeah, I was, because I had to readjust the channel.
Gotcha. Now we're talking about technical.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't want to hear this.
Okay, go.
So I was sitting with somebody on the pier or on the dock
Mm-hmm.
of Lake Superior. The wind was going from land to water, so north. And this is always the thing that's a north wind is actually going south, right? So it would have been a south wind. It was going north.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a south wind,
Mm-hmm.
northbound. And just
Wait, what?
that's how
South wind's going north?
yeah, a
How
south.
does the south wind go north?
Yeah, this is the
So
thing.
then it's going north.
I'm with you on this, man. I am. An east wind is going west, and a south wind is going north. That's just the way some fucking person decided it was going to be. And so I don't mean to confuse the listeners. The wind was going north from south,
but
to
coming
north.
from the south.
Coming from the south.
You never say, yeah, I'm coming up from the south and going
that's
north.
what I always say. So, what side of the highway do you get on? Northbound. And which way are you going? North.
Yeah, exactly.
So why don't we do that with wind?
anyways,
Fucking ancient people.
America, I tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever the hell decided. And anyway, so we're sitting there talking and up, but like I don't even know how to describe this. She's the one that caught it and then pointed it out, and so I turned and looked, and it was literally like it looked like an orb of like spider like, you know how spider webs kind of float in the air sometimes and they catch the light. You ever see that? It looked like that, only bigger, and it was like moving around, but it was going against the wind, and the wind was like 15 miles an hour. It was really windy. And only saw it for maybe like 3 seconds, which is still a long time. It was a pretty long time, like, to watch this thing float against the wind, and it was like this spinning amorphous light in the sky that looked kind of like a ball of spider webs. It was really weird.
And then it just disappeared?
Then it just went. It got so far away, it just disappeared into darkness. Yeah.
Could have been a drone?
No, I don't see how it could have been. I mean, this was 2:30 in the morning in Munising.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's.
The 9 o'clock alarm went off already. People
it
should
was
be in
after.
bed.
It was after the 9 o'clock alarm, and it was coming off the lake.
Maybe that's why there's an alarm. They're saying, hey, it's 9 o'clock. Everyone should be in bed. Everyone should be in their home so we can conduct our aerial UFO tests or experiments. Maybe they got some lab out there and they're doing some weird shit.
Could happen. Could be.
Yeah, like some Stranger Things stuff.
I have to do some more research. Grand Island is out there, and you can't really. I don't even think you can have a car out there
Why?
because it's Grand Island. I don't know.
What's so good about Grand Island? Like, what is it?
You just
Island?
it's an island, and once you're out there for like, if you miss the last ferry back, you're just stuck out there. There's no electricity out there. It's just trails and shit. But there could be something underneath it. Be perfect, you know.
Yeah. So if you miss the last ferry, you're shit out of luck till the next day.
You're camping that night.
Do people do that?
I'm sure it's happened. They tell you. They go, hey, if you're not back here by this time, like, you're staying the night.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be a bummer.
Yeah, there are some houses out there, but it's like not many.
Could you just knock on one of their doors and be like, hey,
Most people that have a house out there aren't living out there. They're out there for, you got like a one shot, maybe if somebody's there for the weekend kind of thing.
Interesting. But they have no electricity?
Beer on that thing.
Yeah, it's fine. There's no electricity out there at all? Even the houses?
I think they have generators.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting
I might
indeed.
be talking out of my ass a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it's got to be generators out there because
Okay.
they could easily put a bridge out there,
Yeah.
but they don't.
So did any Men in Black show up afterwards?
No, we moved it on a little bit after that. So
Cool. Moved on. Were you with Terry?
no,
You're by yourself? Did you find love there?
I did not find love, but I was hanging out with
With a girl?
It was with a girl.
Oh, word?
It doesn't. But it doesn't mean anything.
You fell in love.
I can
She
see
coming
in your,
with you?
I can see in your eyes your excitement, and I'm gonna let you down.
Why?
Gonna let you down.
You didn't give her a smooch?
I don't want to talk about
You
it.
did smooch her.
I don't want to
You
talk
smooched
about,
her?
I don't want to talk
Rob.
about it, dude.
You're leaving out details right now, and I don't appreciate it. after all the work I've put in for you to get a relationship, and
Yeah, it only took 20 G&Ts and a UFO sighting.
Did you saw the UFO sighting? You go, could this be the spark of the end of the world?
That's what I said. I said,
and then you looked at her,
end of the world.
and she's like, I think so. And then she just fell into your arms, and you guys smooched a lot under the gaze of a unidentified flying object that was watching your every move, seeing how humans, the ritual of mating within humans.
We walked back to her place.
Oh, word?
I didn't do any smooching on the pier. Would have been romantic.
Not on the pier, though. You said not on the pier. So smooching happened.
I didn't say I smooched anywhere.
You just said it didn't happen on the pier. If it didn't happen, you would have said there was no smooching.
How did this become the strange
You brought
brew?
it.
I don't know if I like the fact that
brought
this
this
could
up.
be this. No, you asked the question. I'm just telling you who was there when the thing happened.
One could say your dating life has been strange. You've dated some strange.
That's what I was saying when I said I don't like the fact that this is on a strange brew. Like,
But no, this is good. This is good, Rob. You're making moves. You're advancing in life. You're becoming a man.
I can feel it.
So what now? She coming to California with you?
No, man, no. No numbers were exchanged.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Congratulations.
She knew I was leaving.
I'm proud of you.
It's just the way it goes
How did you
sometimes.
introduce yourself?
UP Rob.
All right.
No, I don't remember honestly, because the first time I started talking to her it was late and I was pretty drunk.
Yeah. You met her at a bar?
I did. There's nothing else to do there. There's no roller rink.
Yeah.
Like you meet at the bar or you don't meet. That's about
Or at
it.
the roller rink?
There is no roller rink.
Oh, there is no.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, my bad.
There's no the bowling alley shut down. Like, you got church and the bar, and I don't do church. So it's
All
like,
right.
yeah.
Nice.
But
So you ended up at the pier. You saw a UFO. Did she saw the UFO?
no, she saw it and pointed it out to me. So we both saw it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't think it was a solid. It was such a weird thing because it was like this amorphous light thing that it was like.
You know what it could have been, Rob? Cupid.
Fuck you, dude.
Did you get the light was Cupid's arrow coming straight into your heart?
Well, his aim is not true like this beer.
It hit your balls.
I don't like what's happening right now. I really don't.
I do. I think it's very amusing.
I know you do.
I think it's amusing. Heyo.
Yeah.
Get it? Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Well, interesting. Well, off mic, you're gonna have to give me some details.
Yeah. They won't. Okay, I will.
I'm interested, man. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. Yeah.
Since I could tell you were walking a little different when I picked you up this morning. You had a little pep to your step.
All right. Let's move on. Traditions of Halloween.
Yeah, we can do that. Do you have any Halloween traditions, Rob?
I did for a while, but I guess it's gone away now.
What was that?
Making
out on a pier?
No, making a costume. I'm just gonna fly by that. Making a costume out of this trench coat that I had, and trying to come up with different characters, and they were all 50s detectives.
Yeah, I think you've talked about that before. Yeah, I think so.
I would call that was a tradition every year. It was called being miserly, I think, where you don't want to go buy anything for a new costume.
So apparently in the 1950s, people used to go trick-or-treating for UNICEF. So rather than collecting candy and causing dental issues for children, some children collected money for UNICEF, hoped to help children around the world and their moms.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Did you ever have to do that?
No, but I bet you it was annoying.
How about this? So this was a thing, trick-or-treating that kind of like originated in St. Louis in Des Moines, Iowa.
Really?
They would have to do something to get the treat. They would have to present a trick, like singing or like giving a joke, something like that. Kind of like jesters.
So it was like trick and treat.
Yeah, or like tricks for treats.
Trick for treat.
Yeah. Yeah, what is the, trick or treating? Like, I've never been tricked. Well, the trick is, you have the light on and you don't answer the door when the doorbell rings.
I think the trick is there's a ghoul at the door. Nope, I'm a child. Give me some candy. Isn't that the trick?
Maybe.
You're tricking people into thinking that you're something that you're not.
Okay. Well, in Japan, heart surgeon #1, steady hands. It's an Office reference. Anyways, this happens in August, but it's kind of in the umbrella of Halloween. People they light a paper lantern for their dead relatives, say a prayer, and illuminate the way for returned or lost spirits.
See, that's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Halloween here, which is like a bunch of kids going, "Give me candy, give it to me now, give me fucking candy now."
I don't know that I've ever opened the door and I heard again, "Give me some fucking candy, mister."
It's all in the tone of their voice. You gotta listen to the tone of their voice.
Yeah.
Trick or treat. That's them going, "Give me some fucking candy, give me candy, old man."
All right.
I swear to God, I've got toilet paper in this bag, and I will use it.
I don't think that really happens much. Like maybe back in the day. I think the day before Halloween used to be like a night of hijinks
I thought
and stuff.
homecoming actually was more the
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it is now still.
egging though. I do remember people egging on Halloween.
Okay. How about this UK tradition that apparently young people are supposed to stand in a darkened room and gaze at your own reflection until the face of the person they're going to marry appears over their shoulder.
Does that work?
You want to try?
I'll try that.
What if it's the reflection of that lady at the pier?
I would be a bad example because I don't think that would work. In which case, I would go, "It's working. I'm not getting married."
Or you're like just a third hand appears over your shoulder.
That's my left hand.
They say if you're going to die before they wed, legend has it a skeleton will appear instead. You should try that next on Halloween next Sunday. See if
we can do that.
Just you want to stand in a dark room together with a mirror and just stare at it till we see some reflections.
I'm gonna see you over my shoulder then, and I'll be okay with that, I guess. Carissa, sorry.
Yeah. What if I did it and it wasn't Carissa over my shoulder? It was somebody else. What does that mean?
I would slap you in the face.
You'd have to break the mirror because I have no control over what reflects in the mirror.
I don't know. I'd still slap you. Just seems like a good enough reason. You could slap me back.
They all leave eventually. And Carissa will be just, it's only a matter of time. I'm just kidding. Hopefully she doesn't. I'd be very sad. Be very heartbroken.
It's the nicest thing I've heard you say today.
What are you talking about? Nicest thing. God. All right, whatever. In China, there's a feast of the hungry goats. Or ghosts.
I was going to say, I've heard of the Feast of the Hungry Ghosts, but these goats go on.
The ghosts, which is same thing around Halloween time. Bonfires and lanterns built to guide dead relatives that return to the world. The food is placed in front of their portraits so they can fatten up before winter. Apparently, God damn it, ghosts. I don't know why I keep saying goats.
Greatest of all time. Ghosts.
Ghosts of goats are kind of, it's the same word almost. But that's interesting. They're hungry, huh? They are hungry.
Yeah. There was an X-Files episode.
Oh, really?
On that centered around that.
Hungry ghosts?
Yeah.
I said it right this time.
Yeah, it was called Blood Money, I believe it was called.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah, but like, so what if you put the food out there? Like, I mean, odds are it's just animals eating it, right?
Well, if it's getting put in front of their pictures, it's probably not outside.
But they have lanterns. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Interesting. I know somebody from China, so I should ask her about that and see how accurate that is. Jack-o'-lanterns, so pumpkins in the U.S., but a lot of places like to use turnips and beets since, and now, especially since pumpkins are scarce in Europe. You can turn to other things and make faces out of them. Turnips and beets.
Turnips and beets.
All right. I hate
Sounds like a really cool MC like
Yeah, turnip
rap.
beat-
Turnips
turnips
and beets.
turnips and beets, but it's spelled turnips.
But the guy's rapping is actually beets, and the guy making the beets is actually turnips.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Pretty good, pretty good. In Austria, so they don't go all out for the dead, but then instead they spend a week leaving a light on all night and putting out bread and water for spirits of their dearly departed to eat and stuff, and have
I'd
some
be
things.
interested as to how all this feeding ghosts stuff
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of it's feeding ghosts. So this goes on
but
entirely.
it's really just goats that show
Yeah, it
up
could be
and eat it,
goats.
yeah.
Entirely of All Saints Week, beginning October 30th, and ends with a whole country going out to feed Australian ducks stale bread because the dead prefer cake and alcohol. I mean, if you're dead,
No diabetes.
you can't be diabetic.
Yeah.
If you could really eat things like when you're dead, like as a ghost, if like you could still like experience food, like that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's heaven right there. I can eat whatever the fuck I want, drink whatever I want, and nothing bad can happen to me because I'm already dead.
What would you eat? Because I'm honestly sitting here going, I don't know. I just never know what I want to eat.
I don't know. Pizza.
That's gonna be your go-to?
You can never go wrong with pizza.
Yeah, but if there's other stuff on the table that you're leaving,
Well, yeah, you just gotta make it known. Hey, I
like
want
a
some
lobster
pizza.
roll is
Lobster roll.
or crab cake, man.
Crab cakes are okay.
Then you haven't had the right crab cake.
Sure, I have. I've been in the heart of crab cake country, Florida.
Is that crab cake country?
I would imagine.
I wouldn't.
Why not? There's crabs there.
They get crabs where it's cold.
Huh?
Maine and Alaska.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Okay.
I saw a crab.
touche.
I saw a crab in the Gulf of Mexico. Therefore, they're there.
Yeah,
You
but that's
can
a
catch 'em.
warm water crab.
So
Those
what
are
does it
different
matter?
crabs. The meat doesn't,
I saw crabs in a bathroom stall once too.
and those are hot air crabs. You can't.
Right?
Delicious though.
There's somebody at my front door, but there's nobody. There's a ghost. There literally is a ghost. That
Does your ring tell you that?
its face. Yeah, that there's a ghost. No, the ring tells me there's somebody at my front door, but one of our decorations is a fake ghost, and so when it turns in the wind, it has a face, and the doorbell picks it up.
I like the fact that you put fake in there. One of our decorations is a fake ghost,
Well, yeah,
as opposed to you decorating with a real ghost.
that'd be pretty cool if you could do
it
that.
would be, but you can't. I think all decorations are fake ghosts.
All right, fair enough.
I appreciate the fact that you put the facts in there for me.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Another tradition out there is this is from kind of outside of Germany. All Saints Day, November 1st. Germans go to the grave of their relatives, and but throughout the week surrounding that day, they will keep knives hidden away so they don't accidentally injure any ghosts with their wacky knife antics.
I want to know if people still do that one. That's interesting.
Just hide the knives.
Hide the knives. I don't. The going to the cemetery bit. As far as holidays go, that's a bummer. But the hiding the knives thing is pretty interesting to me.
So like you go to spread some peanut butter on toast, and then you're like, oh shit, where's the knife?
Yeah.
There's the butter knife. I don't want old Grandpa Rick to get hurt, so I hid it somewhere.
Yep.
But what if the ghost find the knife? How's the knife gonna hurt a ghost? They're dead.
Yeah. If you can hurt a ghost with a knife, then you can hurt a ghost hiding a knife.
All of a
'Cause
sudden,
you
like
can't see it in front of the
in the
door
middle
you're
of the
hiding
night,
in.
you hear like some shuffling, and then all of a sudden you just hear like a fuck. And you're like, oh damn it, we didn't hide the knife.
You just start getting scratched all the time. And then like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, it could be.
Do you have anything for New Zealand down there? What do they do for Halloween?
New Zealand? I have no idea. I got
Swing from vines and go to Mordor and shit.
Well, this tradition happened in Detroit, okay? Devil's Night, or Mischief Night, so that's kind of what we were talking about, takes place on All Hallows Eve, or the night before Halloween. During this time, harmless pranks, or
Not that harmless.
or you can set some buildings on fire.
Yeah. I just talked to a guy from Detroit
He was about to burn some things, or what?
No, well, he was a highwayman, which is like a biker group.
Oh, okay. Like a biker gang, like Sons of
they
Anarchy
they
type
were,
shit.
They were number 5 on the fucking list of worst biker gangs or something.
Like what were the Hell's Angels
like
on
Hell's
there too?
Angels and then Outlaws or whatever the
Sons of Anarchy. That's not real though.
Whoever they were based on,
Maybe.
But either way, it's just a dude but he was like, oh, if you ever come to Detroit, you need a guide. And I was talking to my dad. He was similar to my dad, but in a way different way. And I was telling my dad, and I was like, he's like, yeah, I'm never going to Detroit. Let's go to Detroit on Halloween, right? Like he was making that joke where it's like, don't fuck around with Detroit, especially not on Halloween, because you will get fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew Detroit was no joke.
Detroit's just seems like such an anomaly of a city. Like, why do people live there?
Not and now they're just hanging out. They're in denial. They're hanging on to a dream that's been dead for 10 years. Like,
I mean, just look at the Lions.
Yeah, look at your water. Look at your industry. Look at your teams. What are you doing up there?
Some good bands from Detroit, though.
Yeah, because it takes hardship to make art, and that's all they have there.
The Suicide Machines, they're really good. You know them?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that their name is Suicide Machines. They're from Detroit. Like,
he's got other bands like Jade Navarro and the Traders. They're like a ska band.
All right,
Traders of Detroit, and then they got and then he's in another band called Hellmouth.
See, in the Traders, that must be a sports thing. Like, they just want.
I don't know. And then he's got another band called Break Anchor. They're all very good.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I like them.
Because the best artists come out of shit.
Come out of shit.
Come out of shit. Come out of a hard knock life.
Yeah.
And Detroit has been filled with that. They were real good for a while, but they had their run.
Okay.
Electric cars beat the hell out of them, and then so did
electric cars.
Lead, also.
Oh, LEAD.
Yeah.
Like the bad kind.
I don't know. I just know. I know what I hear on the news, and that's that it's not good over there.
Okay.
The Upper Peninsula, though, doing great. Very peaceful.
Is it though?
I mean, if you're in the right house.
If you're in the right house, huh? Well, you want to hear now, since we're leading up to the traditions, there's always the tradition of the 15 offensive Halloween costumes that shouldn't exist.
Let's hear it. I like that.
All right.
I like to hear what that is.
In this one, like, some of these it's just like, of course not. So,
something about aborted babies probably on there.
No, Holocaust victim.
All right.
I mean, that goes without saying. They say that the COVID-19 pandemic, dressing up like that is offensive. Dressing up as a virus. That's kind of, I get it because a lot of people have died, but also it's just like,
I see people
it's culture, it's pop culture.
When you see people wear that stuff, I just go, you're one of those people that you don't even like your whole shtick in life is to make people offended.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is that? What are you doing?
Just being a virus.
Yeah, it's like what's the point of what I know people like that are all they want they don't get like I don't know, there's nothing clever about it. They just want to offend people.
Body shaming and objectifying costumes. So like being like
both?
I guess I
guess Halloween's over.
Well, you could be a sumo wrestler. Is that
That's off the table.
Really?
Nope.
We were at a farmer's market. I think it was in Oshkosh, and there was some dude walking around in an inflatable sumo outfit. This was like 3 weeks ago. It was weird. Just walking around. But yeah. Other things include zombie versions of recently deceased celebrities. How do you feel about that? Like being a zombie David Bowie.
Whoever put that on there, fuck off. No, that's absolutely on the table.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're just honoring the person.
Yeah.
You just know they're dead. And
so is David Bowie off the table?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Completely?
Yeah.
I can't be...
You can be Ziggy Stardust, but only if it's Ziggy Stardust, not a zombie Ziggy Stardust.
So if I want to be Jareth, I can be Jareth, but
Who's
I can't...
Jareth?
From the Labyrinth, dude. He's David Bowie.
Oh. From the movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah.
I've never seen it.
What about the baby, Sarah?
I've never seen it. I've seen Pan's Labyrinth.
Fucking watch the Labyrinth, dude.
Baby dies at the end of that one.
The Labyrinth is pretty sad, too.
Yeah. Isn't there like Muppets and shit in that one?
Yeah, man.
Animal cruelty. So being like a lion killer dentist Halloween costume. What? Or
wait, you gotta read that one again.
It says on here, there's a lion killer dentist. Oh, that was the dentist that slaughtered Cecil the lion. Remember that? Cecil the lion? That was a long time ago.
Fucking, I don't know.
People used to get mad about that. Or still, I mean, probably will still do. What if you went as Joe Exotic? I mean, the Tiger King was pretty popular last year. Maybe not everybody celebrated Halloween, but can you be Joe Exotic?
I don't know.
Is that offensive?
Could you be a tusk, but wait for it? Real ivory.
Oh, no, that would be bad.
Can't do that one?
That would be bad. Other things include...
I just keep seeing this elephant commercial. For $27 a month, you can save the elephants. And I don't buy it. I think poachers are just finding a new way to get rich.
Some of these
they
are
go,
just...
hey, if you give us $27 a month, we'll stop killing the lions. Or killing the elephants.
We got some ones for kids that are inappropriate, okay? It's like the same fucking thing.
What kid is going as a Holocaust victim?
Right. Why would you allow that?
Is Hitler on that list?
No.
Hitler's fair game. Really?
It says religious costumes. Don't do religious costumes. It's offensive. Gangster or pimp costumes.
I'm telling you.
Like old school. You can't be an old school mobster.
I think there's a shorter list, and it's called what you can be for Halloween. Then.
Yeah. Ghostbusters
still on the table, but not the female version. That's off the table. Terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of put some effort into it. Put some creativity behind it. I think if you're going as any of those things, yeah, you like you said, you're one of those people that are just doing it for the sake of, I know this is offensive and I'm gonna offend people.
But like a zombie Bowie would be amazing.
Yeah. Who's died recently that like we couldn't?
Dude,
Colin Powell.
Colin Powell maybe. Norm Macdonald died recently.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
That was a hit, dude.
Yeah, you were sad about that.
I am.
Yeah, he was funny.
Dude, Norm Macdonald was fucking the shit.
Yep, he passed away. Who else has passed away? It's been a rough year. I don't know.
Larry King.
Yeah, I mean, could you be a cryogenically frozen Larry King? That would be because he joked about, or he always said he was going to do that. So why not do that?
Well, you know what they call zombie Larry King, right?
Larry King. He was old, man. His shoulders were like really like just starting to cave in. I love Larry King though.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a dick though at times.
Did he like or dislike eggs? I can't remember.
He didn't like eggs.
Okay.
He doesn't like.
I knew he did. He's one or the other. I guess that's all of us though. We're all like Larry King. We either dislike or like eggs.
Yeah. He doesn't like eggs. Can't stand them. He asked Tom, or he must have talked about that often, huh?
I've seen a few, I feel like I saw a compilation of all the times he said, I don't like eggs.
Really?
Yeah.
He really was like falling apart, like at the end, like just like he would stumble across words, and it's actually pretty funny. Like if you watch some, he like one time he was fumbling, and then he said like my teeth were falling out. I couldn't read what I was supposed to say. Yep. It's like, how does that?
Dentures.
Yeah, but how does that impact your ability to read?
But that's kind of like when you look back on like, and this isn't funny, but when like Michael J. Fox came out and said I have Parkinson's, and you go back and look at his acting, what people consider his acting style, his like shtick.
Yeah,
where it's like Brad Pitt does the fucking hand motions over or whatever. Like
Brad Pitt does hand motions.
There's like if you ever see like an impression of Brad Pitt, he's got it's just this niche thing, and people thought that was Michael J. Fox's thing, but then after he came out and said I have Parkinson's, they went back and they're like, oh shit, it's like right there, you can see it.
Sure. Well, if you don't know.
Same thing with Larry King.
What if you went as a zombie version of a person who's still alive? Is that acceptable?
I think that's fine.
Or are you wishing death on them?
Well, as soon as you
what if I went as a zombie Joe Biden?
Now that you put that out into zombie Joe Biden would be
they probably look the same.
Might be the best costume ever because you might get everybody on board. People who like Biden go, that's pretty funny, and people who hate Biden go, yeah, right on, brother.
It's a costume for the people, for all people. Maybe that's what unites the country. Just a classic zombie Joe Biden.
Classic zombie Joe Biden.
Who wouldn't like that? Right?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I can't do it.
Interesting.
But yeah, Charlie Watts was another one.
Who?
Charlie Watts,
Who's that?
drummer for Rolling Stones, died.
Oh. How's Keith Richards still alive?
It's
Like, that's
the costume, zombie Keith Richards,
because it'll never happen.
because it's either already happened and it's happening now, or it's never gonna happen.
Maybe he is a zombie already.
Yeah, I mean,
Very well could be. They trained the zombie to play the guitar. And he sings like what, a couple Stone songs, right?
yeah, and he's
Not
kind of
many.
stumbly too, so it's like,
Yeah. Crazy. What if you went as like Mick Jagger's baby? Because he has like 100 of them, and he's still pumping kids out. He had one when he was like 70 something. And that's pretty impressive.
that is.
He really
impressive.
does have some Rolling Stones. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey yo.
Nice.
Okay, so if you made a costume right now, what would it be? What would you do?
Oh man,
I'm DJing a bar next for Halloween. You want to come?
Kevin Costner from Waterworld,
Kevin Costner from Waterworld.
shirtless with leather pants that only go down to my calves. I think
don't
that's
even
what
know.
it would be.
I've never even heard of Waterworld. What is that?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's when the polar ice caps melt,
Huh?
and we live on boats, and the good guys have sailboats, and the bad guys use oil and gas, and they smoke cigarettes. And
So you'd be one of the bad guys?
And guess what? Guess what, Drew?
Huh?
Dry land is money.
Oh yeah?
Sand is money because it's dry land.
Really?
There is no dry land.
Interesting. So
But
how old
Kevin
is this movie?
Costner has gills, so he
What?
can go to the bottom and get sand and dry it out. So he's a rich motherfucker.
How old is that movie?
90s.
I've never heard of it.
It was
Waterworld.
one of my favorite movies growing up, man.
Is it like a kid movie?
No.
No.
It's got Dennis Hopper in it.
Dennis Hopper?
Yeah, Dennis Hopper.
Who's
Kevin
Dennis
Costner.
Hopper?
He's the bad guy. He's the smoker. Because when the smokers come around, the guys with that use oil and gasoline, like they use jet skis and powerboats.
Jack Black's in it?
What?
He's a pilot.
Oh, maybe, yeah. He would have been young, man.
Came out in 95. I remember seeing this cover for sure. It looks really stupid.
And then there's a kid that has a map tattooed on her. Then the map leads to dry land, like
What?
real dry land.
A kid?
Yeah, a little kid. And Kevin Costner doesn't like her. He throws her overboard at one point because she's using crayons and coloring on his ship.
Okay.
But then he gets her because she can lead him to dry land.
Annie Costner's in it. Kevin Costner's kid.
That might be the kid he throws overboard.
Wouldn't that be something?
And his boat is badass.
Yeah. Okay. It made $264.2 million back in 95.
It's a great movie.
Did people have nothing to do?
It's a great movie.
Is it really that good?
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. It holds up.
People also searched for Battle for the Planet of the Apes, The Postman, Mad Max, Pitch Black, Mutant Chronicles.
You know what was on last night?
What?
From 95 as well?
Hmm.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast Marathon.
Oh, really?
I was
On
like,
what?
On Adult Swim. I was like, look
Really?
at this shit. I haven't seen this on for a
With
long
Brack.
time.
Brack was
Brack
on there?
was on there.
He's funny. Awesome.
Hulk Hogan was the interview. And Slash. And Slash was like, you could tell that Slash was just like, dude, I told you I couldn't do this. I don't know. What is going on?
Yeah. That's
Like,
funny.
He's like clearly going like, I'm being interviewed by a cartoon right now. What? What is happening?
Crazy. All right.
Check out Space Ghost, everybody.
That's my costume. I'd be Space Ghost.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Can I be Brack then?
He was Space Ghost. He was like that was like a legit cartoon for a while, wasn't it?
I think it had to have been.
And then it was just and then they just parodied
Yeah, it was like a parody of it.
of
but
a late night show.
it was like that was like before the Eric Andre must have been a Space Ghost fan. I feel like.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, so because it like the feel is there where it's like you get real guests, but then I was trying to figure out like maybe they're interviewing them off camera, and then like they just add in random different questions based
Could
on
be.
the answers that they like. There's so much like that's such a
The
good
people
idea
on
for
Eric
a show.
Andre, they know it's a gag, right?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Because I've listened to interviews with Eric Andre and stuff where they're like, these people's publicists set them up thinking this is a late night talk show.
Oh, really?
And then they come in, like, because that's where people, maybe some of them know, and after his first season or two,
Sure.
they knew, but the first season, I don't think that they knew what they were getting into.
It was just really weird stuff. And Hannibal Buress was on it a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah, Hannibal Buress is
Whack.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that like there's people that were really upset about what was going.
Really?
Because they literally they don't set up their own appearances.
Sure.
That's what something their publicist does, and their publicist goes, "It's a late night talk show. All right, let's get them on it."
Yeah, I mean that's like kind of between two ferns, but I think they
that's
know they're in
scripted,
on
yeah.
it. I don't know that it's scripted, but they're in on it.
Yeah.
Like they know.
Well, whatever the Matthew McConaughey one was where he drowns or some shit, that was hilarious.
The one with Barack Obama was pretty funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Or with Seinfeld and then Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. There's our next comedy show, Seinfeld.
And then
the opening is just farts that make a noise like boom, boom.
you know, like,
I don't know. You can definitely do the Seinfeld opener with farts. I know that. I fucking know that.
what's the deal with farts?
Yeah.
Everybody does it, but nobody wants to.
What is his voice?
It's Jerry Seinfeld.
Not a good Seinfeld.
Sure
you
it
gotta
is.
work on that.
How's it not?
It's too breathy.
Vacuums. They suck, but in a good way.
A
My
plus
friend Gilbert.
Gilbert. Seinfeld.
That's kind of a Gilbert noise.
Yeah.
That's I think maybe that's as far as it goes. I
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah.
any words. I can only do the noise.
I was listening to him on Sirius Radio the other day, and I was like, "How does he fucking make that noise with his mouth? I don't
Gilbert?
get it." Yeah,
Gilbert. That's how he
Just-
talks.
Just his voice, but I don't get it.
Well, have you ever heard him like speak like softly? Like he like obviously when doing the show he like amplifies
It's
it.
like what Bobcat Goldthwait did, like as a character, kind of.
Yeah, Bobcat Goldthwait. He doesn't do that anymore.
No, he's a
unfortunately.
director, but he's
he
hilarious.
makes a ton of stuff. Yeah,
Everybody should check out.
he used to be a
Bobcat.
director on Jimmy Kimmel, and he's got a really funny story, and this is his story to tell, but I'm gonna repeat it. Where Nickelback was the musical guest, and I guess Chad Kroger's really sensitive about his nose, so he didn't want any shots of shoulders up, and then Bobcat goes to the team, let me know when there's 10 seconds left, all right? And then 10 seconds comes, and he goes, all right, shoot the nose. And they all just zoom in.
10 seconds on the nose.
Yeah, and then, yep.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, he's got some really funny stories.
No, he was. I heard him telling a story about someone named LaWanda Page when he was doing the clown movies, Shakes the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
And like she was just supposed to come in and go like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
And her actual like she came in, she's like, "I got that peanut butter pussy that's brown and smooth and easy to spread." And his note was, "Okay, we have one that way. Let's try the."
Yeah, he's got some good stories. He's funny, and he makes good like the
I listened to him talk about doing like the Juggalos, doing stand up.
Oh, really?
At the ICP.
Sure.
The gathering of the Juggalos. That
Yeah.
was fucking hilarious.
Well, he's really good friends with Robin Williams. You ever see World's Greatest Dad? It's a weird movie.
No, I want to. It's just one I haven't gone and watched.
I've seen it.
I know what it is though.
The premise is odd. You know the premise of the story?
Something
Okay.
that doesn't bode well for our entertainment factor.
Our wife fell asleep while we're talking. Or
Yeah.
our wife, I just said. My wife just fell asleep. We actually don't know whose baby it is.
Basement husband
I
Rob.
haven't announced that, by the way.
Oh, you just did.
I guess. Having a kid.
You could have played it off as a joke.
Oh,
we
right.
don't even know whose kid it is.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's mine. But
Is it though?
the premise of hopefully the premise of World's Greatest Dad is Robin Williams' son dies in a masturbation accident.
Okay, I was gonna say it has something to do with masturbation, but I
Mhm.
didn't.
And then he,
sound
like-
like an idiot.
He makes it look like a suicide. because he wants to save himself from the embarrassment of his kid dying, and it turns into a big snafu. It's a weird movie.
Yeah. Makes sense, though. The logic holds up.
I guess.
In my mind, it does.
I guess.
I don't know if I would want to do that to save face for myself, but for my kid, I don't want my kid to go out.
I just remember one of the
That way.
lines, and if you don't mind me spoiling it.
When did this? We really just delved from Halloween shit to let's Rob and Drew explain movies. It's like Waterworld. There's World's Water and Kevin Costner has gills. World's Greatest Dad. Masturbating son dies and dad tries to cover it up. That was movies with Drew and Rob.
I mean, that's the premise.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can.
No, I love it. I love it. I'm just interested.
We touch on the strange. I mean, that's strange enough, isn't it?
Kevin Costner with gills?
Yeah.
Could be normal. I would
Kid
believe
died
that he has
masturbating?
gills personally.
He might. He
Yeah.
might. Wasn't he? What else is he in? He's in Dances with Wolves.
Dances with Wolves.
Can you make that movie today? Like, is that movie appropriate?
Field of Dreams, maybe?
I've never seen Field of Dreams. Isn't it like if you build it, you just build a fucking baseball field? What's the big deal about that? Why is that movie so critically acclaimed? Motherfucker chomps down a cornfield and makes a baseball diamond. Congratulations. You've done what every MLB team has ever done. Or every minor league team.
They made the actual Field of Dreams field in the same city.
Yeah.
And then brought the All-Stars out and they walked through the corn. It was apparently a big deal. But baseball's boring as fuck, so never watched the movie. Never watched the baseball game.
I like Angels in the Outfield. That was always a good flick back in the day.
Angels in the Outfield is a better baseball movie than Field of Dreams. I'm going on record now.
A young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Lovitz, whatever you say.
I think The Rookie is the best baseball movie.
Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, my favorite line, and I always got in trouble for saying it, like when he's going to see the doctor, and then he like swings and hits the doctor in the face, and the doctor says, "Funky butt lovin'." And then the other kid goes, "Did he just say funky butt lovin'?"
Oh, that's right, man.
That's a good...
It's a good movie, though.
That's what I took out of that movie. The phrase, funky butt lovin'. What? How do I remember that movie?
How do you not want
I
to
remember that? That's a classic line. It's a part of cinematic history. Funky butt lovin'. It's one of my superpowers. I remember random lines from movies that I don't know. Or even in Angels in the Outfield, there's another butt reference because a dude, the one kid, puts his nachos on the seat. Dude sits on it, and then gets up, and then he comes back, and then I forget what the little kid's name is, but he tells Roger, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, he goes, "Hey, look, it's Nacho Butt." Nacho Butt comes back.
Nice.
Cheese all over his ass. Memories. All right. Rob, it's good to have you back.
It's good to be back.
And you're going to leave again.
I am.
You leave, you come back, you're like a tease. You're like one of those, one of those teasers. You just come and you think good things are going to happen, You probably just like that girl up in the UP now. She's in Wanderlust. Is that how the correct way to use that? Wanderlust? I don't think so.
Nope.
No.
I'm with you on that. I don't know. Never had it. Never put anybody in it.
She's thinking about you.
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Did she leave with a smile?
I left. I had to work in the morning.
All right. Well,
I've already this is off my combo.
we drank Old True's IPA, and it's not the greatest beer I've ever had, but definitely not the worst.
It's good. I drank
It's definitely
it.
drinkable. It's better, you could have more than one for sure.
That's the thing about East Channel, in my opinion, is their beers are just they're beers you could drink all night.
Good.
They're good, and you could drink them all night. They're not like specialty beers that are overly sweet or overly sour or overly this. They're good middle-of-the-road beers.
Good. I like it. You had Speedball Trucker before, right?
Yeah, yep. That was the one I had on our
The other one?
Yep.
Yep. Cool. They look like they got some good stuff. Uncle Peanuts Porter. Whittle Stick.
I didn't get to have that porter, but everybody was telling me it was so good, but it was out when I went there again.
Bomber. Well, it looks like they got a lot of good... Well, these are all previous beers too, but it looks like they've made some good stuff.
Yeah.
So, cool, man. All right. Well, I'd say drink it.
All right. Me too.
Cool.
Pew pew! Audio. Goodbye, everyone.